Hey there YouTube, this is MrLuBuFu and I am here with 5 of the intro pack rares and the mostly confirmed text of the first god, Thassa, god of the sea. So let's just go ahead and hop right into the intro pack rares, since those ones have been formally spoiled, and then we'll go to the gods then. So the first one is Celestial Archon, and if you can see, it's got this kind of funny border around here. They spoiled one of the gods with this complete border. Well, here you see it's an enchantment creature, so that's the recurring thing that was in one card in Future Sight, where they would just made a 3/3 flying enchantment creature. Here we've got Celestial Archon with the first of the keywords in Theros, which is Bestow. So you can cast it for its Bestow cost. It's an aura spell with enchant creature, and then it becomes a creature again when not attached. So it's a 4/4 flying first strike. That enchanted creature gets, well, +4/+4 flying and first strike. A quasi-powerful card for limited. It's a big flyer. They have to have an answer. And if you have 7 mana, they have to have 2 answers. Um, one to your original creature and one to this guy when he comes back. Next we have the Kraken, Shipbreaker Kraken. It's a 6 mana 6/6, which is not terrible for limited. I'm not seriously considering any of these for constructed play, by the way. That for 8 mana, you have Monstrosity 4. So if the creature isn't monstrous, you put, in this case, 4+1/+1 counters on it, and it becomes monstrous. And when it becomes monstrous, tap 4 target creatures. They don't untap, as long as you control Shipbreaker Kraken. So pretty, if you get it to go off in limited, they're probably dead unless they have an answer. We have Abhorrent Overlord, 7 mana, 6/6 flyer. So stat-wise, if the format's slow enough, it's pretty powerful. And when it enters the battlefield, put a number of 1/1 black heartbeat creature tokens with flying onto the battlefield equal to your devotion to black. And now I have to explain devotion to black. Where it says each black symbol, notice just black, in the mana costs of permanents you control count towards your devotion to black. At the beginning of your upkeep, sack a creature. Now, devotion to black is the rework of Chroma, which was sort of ambiguously worded, and so it was kind of confusing. This is a lot cleaner, I think. So I think this is the mechanic that has already happened that was just altered. So we've seen the first new mechanic, which was Bestow. The second new mechanic, Monstrous. Now maybe the recurring mechanic that's altered, Devotion to Black. There should be now one more new mechanic and one returning mechanic, which we'll see soon enough. So we have Ember Swallower, which is 4/5 for 4, which is a pretty beefy body. That for 7 mana has Monstrous 3, that when it becomes monstrous, each player sacks 3 lands. You probably won't be getting it monstrous too often, but a 4 mana 4/5 is nothing to scoff at, I think. I think it's just a decent body. It depends on the format, too. But here we see another instance of monstrous. Here we see Anthusa. Oh my god, Anthusa. Stessin Hero. God, I'm going to be terrible at pronouncing all these legendary creatures. It's a 5 mana 4/5 with the now 4 out of 5 mechanic that I've talked about today, which is Heroic, which seems to be whenever you cast a spell that targets whatever the heroic creature is, something happens. In this case, 3 target lands become 2/2 warrior creatures until end of turn. They're still lands. So, I mean, it's okay. I mean, for limited, it's not horrible, nor it's... I mean, I'm curious to see how the format is, because it seems like the format might have just a lot of big monsters, and 2/2s might not be good enough. Because you control, so you can't make your opponents. Anyway, now, so those are the 5 confirmed cards. And then on MTG Salvation, basically the blue god has been confirmed. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So it's a Thassa, god of the sea, 2 colorless blue, or Thassa, sorry, legendary enchantment creature with subtype god. Here it says indestructible, so that say goodbye to your enchantment removal. As long as your devotion to blue is less than 5, Thassa isn't a creature. But then here we see at the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. So the 5th mechanic That is the one that is a returning mechanic that makes sense. It would be Scry 1. Scry, or not Scry 1, but Scry. I think Scry is a very, very good mechanic for the Greek-themed block, because you had the oracles, you had this sort of intervention with the gut, and having the ability to be Scry, I think, is perfect. Also, it's a very powerful mechanic. It's one that I love a lot. I would not be surprised if they reprint 4C in this set, which, if you don't know what it is, it's I think it's Scry 2, draw 4 cards or something like that. For 6 or 5. I don't remember. It was very, very powerful. It's been a while since I drafted it. But then also Thassa is colorless blue target creature you control can't be blocked this turn, and is a 5/5. This has been basically all but confirmed. This is quite a doozy. It can really put a clock on. And I'm curious to see how the devotion works out, but she's not I mean, she's for 3, it's for 3 mana. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's basically it. So we now have all 5 mechanics, and the first of the gods spoiled, which I'm certain will have um, the cool border, the complete border. So not like this one, which only has it for the top half. It'll be complete. So that'll be fun. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and keep your eyes open for more Theros spoilers.